After exporting all of the parts as STL files, I first focused on the parts that would be printed on our X7 FDM printer. Some of the parts had obvious optimal print orientations, like the wheels, bearing blocks, and joining plates. However, other parts, like the support beams for the expansion link and lifting arm, as well as for the chassis, did not. I try to avoid support material as much as possible because it makes parts look bad, it requires extra post-processing, and it hinders dimensional accuracy. Therefore, I chose the orientation for the support beams that would minimize support material and thus maximize accuracy and aesthetics. But the print orientation for the chassis was still up in the air. When you're presented with situations like this, 9 times out of 10, the only solution is to split the part up. For the chassis, there's this really nice unified flat face, but this forward support beam for the crosshead guide is throwing us off. So I went back to this boss extrude and unchecked merge result to create a separate body. Then I just needed a way to join this body to the chassis after printing, which I plan to do with a hole for an M3x12 screw. Now, the chassis has an easy print orientation, the crosshead guide support beam does too, and will still maintain good surface finish and accuracy. For the drive wheel axles, technically there are 2 possible print orientations, but you would want to orient it this way to avoid a much taller support column that's going to consume more print material and more print time. With all the parts added to the build platform, I sent the job to the printer. While the X7 was printing away, I began setting up the other parts in preform for printing on our Form 4 SLA printer. Orienting parts for SLA printing is quite strange compared to FDM because we have to position them at these weird angles to minimize the peel forces during printing. I really like orienting parts at 45 degrees because it's a largely self-supporting angle, so the supports we add are mostly for securing it to the raft, stabilization, and maximizing dimensional accuracy. Using the auto-generated supports feature here in Preform makes this process really easy. And after they generate, I just go back and add a few more supports manually to get the most flat, square representations of our CAD models. With this build platform now packed with 24 parts, you can see the print time is 1 hour, 33 minutes using Gray V5. Why did I pack the platform with so many parts, you ask? Well, if I delete all of these parts except for our tallest one, the cylinder NPT pipe, the print time is basically the same. That's the power, or should I say magic, of masked SLA printing, the technology behind the Form 4. The LCD screen selectively masks off the UV light, so there's no print head or laser unit that's having to move around. So you can print lots of parts extremely fast and in the same amount of time. With these ready to go, I sent this job to the printer.